I'm here to take us through a journey of Sahana, who's coached by Akshata. I'm just interviewing her. Of course, I've interacted with her more than 2, 3 times and met her in person as well. Right. So let's start with introduction. Sahana, so why can't you introduce yourself before we start sharing your journey?
Sure, thanks, Sunil. Hello, everyone. I'm Sahana. I'm a practicing psychologist by profession, and I have been married for 16 years and have two wonderful kids. My daughter is 14 and my son is 8. And yeah, been born and raised in Bangalore.
Very good. Welcome, Sahana. Welcome once again for this community. I know you've been attending these sessions. It has inspired you in your journey as well, right?
Yeah.
So talk us through, right? How was it before Swasthya? What issues that you were facing? What inspired you to start this journey?
Oh, I came to Akshata as my last resort, I would say. I have been in pain. I have been sedentary. I have been unable to move, and that also showed clinically in my reports. And yeah, every day it was a new pain that I used to discover, which was completely demotivating. That doesn't give you any motivation to move around or to do anything or to engage in something new. I love sports, but I wasn't engaging in anything new. That was pretty much my life. I had grade 3 fatty liver too. So just accepted that this is how it's going to be. And yeah, that's where I was when I came to Akshata. And this is me right now. This is where I am.
Wonderful. Sahana, when you are looking into social media, right, you see inspiration around,
So,
right? And one of your school friend inspired you to start this journey, right? Talk us through that. So why you decided to connect with Akshata and what inspired you actually?
okay. Um, I had, as I mentioned, right, I had tried every diet, every exercise, every form of physical fitness and nutritional fitness possible under the sun. I am active in social media, and that's where I came to know about Anuradha. She is my childhood friend. I saw her transformation. I saw the before and after photos, and I saw Akshata's name. And I immediately contacted Anu and I asked her, "Hey, I saw this. How was it for you?" And she told it really does work. And I think that was the beginning of creation of trust, as they say, right? Because you know someone who has reduced or who has had a healthy lifestyle. And that trust factor initially was created. And that's when I reached out to Akshata and I asked her, okay, this is something that I thought of taking up, and I'm coming to you as a last hope. I think I'm sure Akshata would be able to tell you about my mental state much better, because I came to her as a last hope. I told the moment I spoke to her, I told I'm sure this is not going to work. Anyway, I have tried everything. Why not this? So this was my beginning statement to Akshata, and that's where we started our journey.
Wonderful. You derived an inspiration from your good friend and you start your journey, right? It's not easy for you, right? It took a while for you to transform yourself and knock off 20 kg.
Oh
Help
yeah,
us through the journey, multiple phases of plateau. We had a lot of discussions, right? So why
yeah.
can't you talk us through the journey?
Early on, what I understood was that this is a very different kind of a diet. When I spoke to Akshata, she kind of told me to have things that I used to love, and I was very skeptical. Hey, you can't expect a reduction in number with this kind of a diet, because I was very happy. I'm sure Akshata can attest to this, that throughout this diet I've been very happy. I have had a smile when I have been dieting, and I think that's one of the reasons that I was able to reduce. Yes, I have hit multiple plateaus, but then there is Akshata who was constantly holding my hand, who was bringing me up, telling it happens, it's okay. When you're down, the only thing that you need to know is it's normal, it's okay, so that you can create a hope for future, right? So that's where I was. And yeah, it was a difficult journey. The first few kgs were knocked off, and I was like very happy. Oh, then I'm going to reach my goal weight just like this. But then I started hitting plateaus, and the one thing that worked for me, coming from a mental perspective, the one thing that worked for me was affirmations. I used to I can say I used to buy hard these affirmations, whether I believed in them or not. It was as a statement. I used to tell them. And eventually, my mind started believing that. And because my mind believed that, my body did not need those calories. I knew that it was not my body, it was my mind which needed those calories. So I think that work that played as a game changer, and it's still a game changer for me even now. Currently, I'm in my 30th hour of fasting now. So that is the one thing that has helped me.
Wow, wonderful, right? So talk us through the current state, right? So when you knocked out 20 kg, how active you are right now, and why can't you share some insights about your recent trip to Switzerland and how rejuvenating was it, right? So help us through that.
Sure. Clinically, yes, my fatty liver is no more there. It has, I just got my results. I had one annual checkup. And in the annual checkup, also, I was a little skeptical. I think there might be something that might be more, something that might be less. But I couldn't see a more perfect report than this throughout my entire life. And I was very happy about the grade 3 fatty liver. I told you initially that I am a person who loved sports, right? I have resumed my throw ball. I have resumed cricket, which is my passion. I am getting involved in volleyball. I just now finished a badminton tournament within the community. I never thought these things would be possible, let alone visualize it. I never thought this would be possible. And I'm very happy. Being involved in sports, I'm very happy. Hence, the diet comes very easy to me. I recently have been to Switzerland and Germany. The one thing that I observed there was it is not as it is in India, where we book a Namayatri or we book an Ola and we go to places. You have to walk a lot. And a minimum in a day, I used to walk 12 to 15,000 steps without a pain in any part of my body. And that was so amazing. Night when I used to go for sleep, I used to affirm to myself that this is how it should be. This is how I need to be. And it was just beautiful. The way I was able to walk, the way I was able to carry my body. I did not feel heavy when I used to take steps. So that was a transformation for me.
Wonderful. I'm sure you must be receiving a lot of compliments, your friends and family, right? Would you like to share some?
Oh yeah, I people used to look at my my photos earlier, and the kind of comments I used to get, or the kind of opinions, unwanted opinions and judgments, were very different, very negative, very judgmental, very insecure creating comments. But then now when they see my status, when they see, they were like, I can't believe this is you. um, are you sure that you have reduced healthily? Are you sure that you're not going to gain back in a month or so? So yeah, these are the kind of comments that I used to get. But my family members, my mom, my brother, my mother, when they saw me, when they saw my commitment to this, and when they saw these results, they were really shocked that this is something that could be possible. Everybody had given up. I told you, right? I came to Akshata as a last resort. Everybody had given up, telling, okay, this is how it's going to be. Try to manage your life with this. So this is where I am. This is how it was prior to Swasthya.
Wonderful. So, Sana, I'm sure since you tried a lot of things are available on Google, YouTube,
Yeah.
right? So, what is that one differentiating factor that you noticed with Akshata and Swasthya program?
Ah, well, Swasthya initially, they tell you to eat a lot. And that was very difficult and different for me. All the diets they tell me to cut down. And when you see the diet, right, you see and you tell that I'm denying something. I'm denying my body something. I'm doing this diet temporarily. This is a phase until I reduce these many kgs. With Swasthya, I the reduction or the changes in diet was very slow, and it became a way of life rather than something that you do in a phase or during a short period of time until you reach your goal weight. Healthy diet, nutrition has to be a way of life. Unfortunately, the diets that I did, it was propaganded as a temporary phase until you reach back your goal weight, and then you're done. You need not diet so much, it's okay. So this with Swasthya, what I found was, A, I was allowed to eat things that I loved, and B, the the understanding that it's going to be a way of life was slowly induced. It was not told immediately that this is how it's going to be, Sana. You cannot eat this, you cannot eat that. It was not that. Slowly, there was a change. And now I know that the Swasthya way is the way of life. It's not a diet plan, it's the way of life. And that's something that I believe in.
Superb. So, how coaching played a significant role, Sahana, right? So, being connected, getting connected with Akshata, being that accountable for what
Mm-hmm,
you're eating and
mm-hmm,
accountable for your progress, right?
mm-hmm.
How that played a crucial role in your overcoming the plateau phase.
I think I have sent this message to Akshata many a times that she is the guardian angel in my life. She came into my life at the very low phase where I needed somebody to tell me that it is possible. I needed somebody to guide me. I needed somebody to say what I'm feeling is normal. And I think that's where Akshata came in. She held my hand at that time, and even now she holds my hand whenever I hit a plateau and I'm like, no, this is not going to happen, Akshata. I'm not going to reach my goal weight. So I think coaching plays a very important role because diet is 80% mind and 20% nutrition. The moment you train your mind, your diet automatically follows. So that mind training is where coaches make a lot of difference in holding on to a diet, ensuring that there is a positivity that you can see. And one thing that has helped me is blind, paranoid faith in my coach. No matter what they say, I don't want to Google it and I don't want to see whether it is right, whether it's appropriate, oh, what this happens, what that happens. Nothing. Remember, Sunil, with you also, I had a call and you told me, Sana, if you are indulging, it's fine. Go on a longer diet. I just blindly follow it. I don't want to question it. I don't want to bring in any doubt in that. If you want to reduce weight, paranoia is what will help you. A paranoid blind belief on your coach. Just do as they say, hold on, and things will happen for sure. I am the
Rightly,
living
Sana.
example.
Absolutely, right? Sana, you being a counseling psychologist, right? I'm sure you deal with a lot of traumas and depression cases where obesity is impacting a lot of women out there, right? Especially body shaming, right? So, would you like to shed some light why it is so crucial to feel confident and take responsibility of our own health?
um, what I always propaganda or what I tell my clients is that forget about fat, slim, lean. Just be fit. Whatever defines that fitness for you, it does not matter. Try and create a definition around the term fit. You feel fit, perfectly fine. The world sees you as fat or world sees you as overweight or obese. Does not matter as long as you feel fit and you're able to do what you want to do. That should be the goal rather than I want to look this slim, I want to look that kind of figure. And body shaming is something that creates intense trauma not only in the present but also for future generations. If a mother is body shamed, there is a proof that the intergenerational trauma follows through 3 generations. So a daughter or a son might be slim or lean, but still believes to be obese. And this is a proven fact that it flows through 2 generations. And body shaming is something that is a cultural context in India. It is like people expect, and the social media propagandas it so much, where the lean body, the figured body is something that people promote, and they completely miss the point of fitness. This is where I'm trying to bring in the word fitness to my clients, and I'm trying to coach them in terms of forget about the way you look, how you feel about it, and what you want to do. Let that be your goal. And
Absolutely.
I personally have gone through this body shaming. I personally, and I can, from experience, I can say that it remains as a trigger in your mind. If you want to buy something, if you want to wear something, if you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't look at that reflection and say, hey, I love you. You always look at that reflection and say, hey, you know what, you could be a little more slimmer in the arms, you could have a little different kind of a fair complexion. So we find something or the other in that reflection rather than an unconditional acceptance. This is where I bring in my therapy and my coaching, and I try to train my clients and tell them that whatever you see in that reflection, just love that reflection. And
Very
then
good.
things will change.
Absolutely well said. One last message to the audience out here. They're trying to explore, they're in the journey. So, one last message that you'd like to pass on to them.
Uh, have faith. Have faith in your coach. Have faith in yourself. And remember that it's all a mental game. Mentally train yourself. Your physical body will follow through. That is all you need. Mental stamina, mental strength, and a paranoid, blind belief on your coach. Just believe in your coach.
Well said, Sana. So good to have you here. Thank you for
Thank
taking
you.
your time out, spite of your busy schedule, and being here and sharing your thoughts. So lovely to hear you out. Back to
Thank
Deepan.
you. Thank you so